How's it going, everybody? Jake here from H&M Reptiles, and it's been a little bit since I did a bigger update. I just shot a video the other day showing off my new Tegu. So this isn't him. This is all the other stuff that I have. The collection's been changing a lot lately. I know I said that in the last video, but even more than it was then, it's changing now. And why it's changing so much is I'm just trying to find my comfortable area and what I want to focus on the most. So that's pretty much what this video is. I'm just going to update on everybody. Yesterday was feeding day, so some cages are a little wet or just a little bit dirty. I apologize. So I'll get started. I'll just go through the big cages, then I'll go through the racks on some stuff. So in here, this is my purple retic female. She's doing good. You can see she has a huge lump in her belly right there. She ate a guinea pig yesterday. And her head up there. She's awesome. I had her outside the other day. Right now she's about 9 foot. So she's doing very well, growing a lot. Down here is my big girl. I believe she may be gravid and getting ready to lay. I'm not 100% sure. But I think so. If you can see around this area, she's real swollen. It might be hard to see because of the glare, but she's real swollen down here. That's her tail, and around her vent yesterday, she was very swollen. And she has been bred. I have some dates over here on there, written down. So fingers crossed on her. If she's not gravid, then we'll get her back feeding to get ready for next season. All right, next one down. This is a snake that is partially owned by me, partially owned by my buddy that has a few other things here that I have talked about before. As you can see right here in the middle, she's real fat. She ate 2 guinea pigs yesterday. She is a normal, and we believe her to be het for granite, Burmese python. We believe her to be het for granite just because of the jumbled pattern on her. This girl's awesome. I love this girl, but it's a love-hate relationship because she has a little bit of an attitude until she comes out of the cage. So once I tame her down a bit, she'll be really cool. But she's never tried to bite me successfully. She's tried to turn around on me, but never has physically opened her mouth and struck at me when there was not food involved. She struck at the cage multiple times because she has such a crazy food drive. But other than that, she's really awesome. I like her. This girl is not mine. This is one that belongs to my buddy. She's going through shed. Having a little crappy one at that. Just a big albino. Don't know if she is het for anything. These two were more or less rescues. Some lady called him to come pick her up. This big girl on the bottom had her own room. If I haven't mentioned this before, she had her own room and everything. And the lady, she got too big for the lady to take care of, so she's here now. And this girl, I believe my buddy got from a friend of his, and we had an agreement. He pays for half of her food, I pay for the other half of the food. She stays here, and we split clutches equally down the middle, no matter whose male we use. So that's pretty cool. Up here in this cage, it's a little dirty. You can see his back. This is a pearl male. This is also my buddy's. He's here for breeding he was here for my female and his big female, also the normal female, but she's not ready to go yet. We tried, but she wasn't ready. So we stopped trying. There's a pearl male in there. And here is an albino lab male that's in shed. So he's looking a little dull, but this guy is stunning looking when he's got his good color, when he's got fresh skin on. I'm sorry, can't speak. That guy's awesome. He bred to my albino female, so hopefully, if he took, then we'll get some albino hets. And I don't know what else he's het for. I'm not sure. I have no idea. In here, I believe I've shown her before. A little hard to see again. Sorry about the glare. This is a hypo, 100% het for granite female. She's got a large lump in her side all the way to the left from a rat. She's a little bit of an attitude, but she's young still. Then in here, this is one of the few retics I have left. I only have 3 left. That was a big overhaul that happened to my collection. This is my normal female. She's more or less just a pet right now, which is the reason I kept her, because I like her so much. So, that's her. But more on that, I enjoy the Burms a lot more. Do not get me wrong at all. I love all the snakes that are in my collection. They're all pets and breeders for me. None of them get mistreated. Like, not meaning to harp, but some people comment on my videos, oh, you got them snakes in such small cages. That's, again, it's for a reason. So, that's what I'm talking about on that one. But they're all pets and breeders. And that, the other retics I had weren't in my breeding plans. So I traded them off for, oh, I'm sorry, I got way off track. I enjoy the Burms a lot more. Burms more than retics. And when it's large, if it was smaller snakes, like if it was corn snakes or ball pythons, I wouldn't care. That's a hypo corn snake female that laid 18 eggs for me. If it were smaller snakes like ball pythons and corn snakes where you can keep everything in a rack, I wouldn't care how many I had. But when you have to get a 4-foot cage for every big snake you have, at least a 4-foot cage, 6-footers are going to be needed for my females, which is in the works right now of me getting. It gets a lot, expensive wise and room wise, so it's not always easy. Here is an albino granite female Burm. She's 8 yesterday. So it gets to be a lot, so I decided, you know what, me personally, I like the Burms more, so I'm going to focus more towards the Burmese pythons. I kept my purple and I kept my normal because I love those two. Even if I don't ever breed them, they're so nice. They're such nice snakes that they're just going to be pets. Right here, I have an ultra male het charcoal male corn snake. But yeah, so that's kind of why I did a whole overhaul again of my collection. And this guy, he definitely will never leave me. Try and get out of the light. This guy was one of my first Burms. I believe he was my second one. The normal one I had a long time ago when I got a normal one first, and then I got this guy. This guy is awesome. He's growing a lot. You can't really tell, but this is my hypo het green, possible het albino male. This is the only male Burmese that I own right now, me personally. Not the only one here, because you just saw my buddies too. But this is the only one I own, and I just purchased yesterday. I sent money for to one of my friends. It's not somebody that I just randomly sent money to. For an albino 100% het for green female, because I don't have any females here that are het for green at all. So I had to get him a het green girl. I was looking for a visual green, but they didn't have any of them, so the next best thing I needed was a het. Now, in here, we just have some extra corn snakes in this rack. This is a wild caught female, and she laid 20 eggs that are in the incubator that I'll show you in a little bit. So she laid 20. She was bred probably in the bag on her way to where the shipment was sent to, is where she probably bred at. And this girl, who is currently in the middle of shedding, I don't know how well you can see her. Let's see if I can take her out without getting bit. This snake is not mean at all. She's the sweetest snake ever. But like a lot of retics that I've had experience with, they have really good food response, which, when I say really good, I mean it's a very strong feeding response. So that being said, they will usually strike before they realize that you're not feeding them. So let me try and get her. There we go. There she is. This is my phantom female. Now to obtain her, I traded my super tiger male, my sunfire het genetic stripe female, my OG female, and my Anery female retic to obtain this girl here. She is absolutely gorgeous. So that's her. So those are 3 retics I have. I have a normal, a purple, and now a phantom, which after I was around, I went with my buddy, the same one that has the berms here. I went with him to cut that clutch of eggs, which ended up being a cow clutch. And when I saw the phantoms, I was just blown away. Just crazy. And so I'm really happy that I got to get one. And it was with a friend of mine that had her that I did the trade with. So he knows it's in good hands. And none of these corn snakes are mean, but to avoid them just coming out while I'm trying to do this with one hand. This is my Caramel Tessera girl. She's still gravid, I believe. She has a lay box in there. She's been laying in there the last couple days, but she ate for me. So I'm not sure. Some corn snakes will eat up until they're ready to go. Same thing with this normal female. She's got a lay box back in there. I don't believe there's any eggs in there, nope. But she ate yesterday. There she goes. I'll just show you some of the cooler corn snakes that are in here. This girl had a pretty lay shed not too long ago, and she also ate a meal for me yesterday. It's an Abbott's Okatee. What else do I have in here? Some really pretty normals. Some normal corn snake, just really pretty. This one's another one. I call this one Sunset, just because she's got real sunsetish looking orange and reddish. Another normal. I have my snow female in here, who I thought was gravid, but she didn't go, so it's a shame. And down here, pastel pied ball python, and my albino ball. So sorry this video is being a little drawn out right now, but just give me a second and I'll show you guys the incubator. Alright guys, excuse the chair and the vacuum and the stuff on top of the incubator, but this is my homemade incubator. It's a wine cooler, or wine fridge, that I turned into an incubator. I don't know if I did a video on this, but I ran heat tape from the top all the way down to the bottom. I got water in here for humidity, and this little, that is a computer fan to help circulate the air in here. And I have some corn snake eggs. So you don't want to come out and say hi right now. He was out earlier. Got a little guy right here that pipped this morning. This is from my AML female that was bred to an AML male. So she gave me 8. One of them went bad. The guy right there pipped out this morning, so I ended up cutting the rest of them just in case, because I mean that showed me that they were getting ready to come out. So I cut them just so they can have an easier way out. If you know, the same reason anybody else cuts them, in case they don't have an egg tooth or they can't find their way out. Anything, I just wanted to make sure they come out. So I'll have an update video when they all come out very soon. And in this box, that wild caught female I was just showing you guys, this is her clutch. She laid 20 big ones. These eggs are twice the size of the ones that I just showed you, and they were twice the size of those when they were laid. So it's not because they swelled out. These things are just huge, huge, huge corn snake eggs from my experience. And they are due at the end of next this month. They're due end of this month. And these are due at the beginning of next month. These are from that hypo female. As you can see, we have some good ones over here. Over here we have some moldy ones. Now, the moldy ones, I am leaving there until they go completely bad, and there's no saving them at all. Hence why they're separated from these guys, because there's nothing wrong with these. Okay? I don't want to hear any hate about that. The same thing I want to hear hate about anything else. I'm doing it for a reason. So if they go bad, they go bad. If they don't, then I save some eggs and some babies. So that's that. So, and the issue with that, if I lower the humidity, if I lower the humidity in that, like it is now, it's lower because I was cutting eggs and I had the door open. If I lower it too much, they dimple up and they get dehydrated. If I raise it up, they get moldy. So that was kind of my issue, but that's what I came up with. So if those eggs go bad, then they do, but you've seen the other ones went full term, and those 20 other ones are completely fine. They're very good, healthy looking. So that's that. Thanks for watching, guys. Sorry it was so long, and I'll see you guys later.